I opened our pet camera to prank my wife. Instead, what I saw broke me. Hi everyone! Welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you won't miss another cheating story goes live. For reference, we are both 28 years old. I found out that my girlfriend of 5 years, whom I have already planned a life with, just cheated on me with my colleague. We were drinking some wine, and when I went to the toilet, I used our pet camera in the living room to surprise them by talking to them through the camera. I turned it on, and I saw her sitting on his lap, kissing him, putting his hands on her, initiated by her, if I may say. It broke my heart. I threw the guy out and threatened him that if I ever saw him again, he'd better run. I confronted her and told her to pack her things. When she realized what was at stake, she completely lost her shit, crying and clinging herself to my legs. I was with no emotion already. We talked, she doesn't want to give up, it was a big mistake, yada yada yada. Now I don't know if it's the first time, so I'm extremely confused. Now to the advice part, I love this girl. She's been there for me in every way. The love of my life. Every day I come home, I light up just seeing her. She has shown my entire extended family love and care, and I have done the same with hers. We have 2 cats, and our entire life is planned out. I was thinking of ending it, but the thought of my life without her is painful. She wants to work things out, and is willing to do anything. The usual crap. Excuse my French. This happened yesterday. I am still hurt. She has moved across the world for me, and I do believe she's willing to fight for it. Does it make me a wuss for wanting to continue? All my friends will probably judge me, but I don't think I'd care about that. As of this moment, we are not talking. I will be seeing her in 2 days. I have told her to write out a narrative and told her to read How to Help Your Spouse Heal from Your Affair. We were actually planning a transatlantic move in the next month. I'd move in January while she'd finish her last project here and would join me in July. What should I do? By the way, that guy, he is a colleague from my university. Maybe my choice of words weren't very correct. He started studying at my uni while I was finishing. They have sort of been friends for maybe 5 to 6 months and been texting. I hope this helps my situation. And thank you everyone for your thoughtful and constructive help. Although most seem to tell me to run, there are still some that believe there is hope. I have taken the 2 days to sort my thoughts in my head. I would like to read what she wrote down first and then process all that damage again, before I decide which route I'm going to go with. Here is the second story. I passed it as her gaming addiction, but when I opened her Discord, it was something more. My wife and I have been married for 6 years now, and we have a beautiful 4-year-old daughter. We have had more ups than downs in our relationship, but just like a lot of couples, we suffered during the lockdown. Having to stay in the house with a very active 4-year-old took a toll on both of us. Anyways, around December last year, my wife started playing an online multiplayer game. As we were both working from home and all the options of R&R were still closed, so I thought it was good stress release for her. Eventually, she started to spend more time in her game. At first, it was 30 minutes every night. Then it increased to 1 hour every night, and by March this year, she was spending 3 to 4 hours every night playing and coming to bed after midnight or sleeping in the spare bedroom. This put alarm bells in my brain, so I asked her if everything is alright. She says yes. She is just enjoying the gaming experience. I say that's nice. But I am starting to feel ignored. And she said she will try to regulate her gaming usage, but her hours increase instead of decreasing. By the month of May, it was becoming increasingly clear that something was going on with her. She was either addicted or having an affair. We were not spending any time together. She was hooked on her laptop, And whenever I tried to ask her to spend some time together, she called me clingy and jealous. It was hell. So I logged into her Discord account and downloaded the chat history. And what I found broke my heart. It was as bad as you can think. Dirty chats, pics, their plans for the future together, and a lot more. And it was evident that they had sex. At least once, because he was so thankful for an unforgettable experience. So I did some digging and it turned out that the guy was a teacher in my wife's school. I found his wife's social media account too. Anyways, by this time it was 6:30 in the morning. So I took a print out of the chat history and put it in a folder and waited for her to wake up. When she woke up, I handed the folder to her and went into our daughter's room. I could hear her labored breathing and crying, and then she finally came to our daughter's room. Then I asked if she needed a lift to her boyfriend's house or shall I call an Uber? She started crying hysterically at this point, and this woke our daughter up, so our conversation was cut short. And the rest you guys can guess. She insisted it was nothing serious. She was just stressed. She didn't mean to do it. You know, the standard cheater 101 manual? It went on for a few days, but eventually she said she wanted to reconcile. I was in for the reconciliation from day one, as I didn't want to spend just half the time with our daughter. And I still love my wife. So she started counseling, gave up gaming, and started taking an active interest in how to make our love life better. Basically, becoming the perfect partner. But I have somehow gone on the opposite side in the terms of reconciliation. I just can't forget how she used to talk to me and call me clingy, jealous, and controlling if I asked her to spend some time together. And not to be petty, but I think I can do much better than her. She is a school teacher and I am a software professional earning 10 times her salary. Also, I am now back in the shape I was during college, as the sports jersey has started to fit me again. I have been getting tons of female attention, and so far I have not reciprocated, but the desire is there. On the one hand, I do want to make it work with her. But on the other hand, I just can't seem to forget her antics. Any advice on how to genuinely get over her past behavior? Here is the third story. We both did it, and I'm just mad she's denying it. So I look like the bad guy. The situation is crazy complicated. We both had traumatic childhoods and thought burying our problems was healing. Except we didn't dig deep enough, as our problems very much subconsciously affected our marriage. We've been married for 11 years, and by most standards, it's been an excellent marriage. But I think it's been slowly losing steam. I am 32 and have always been a hopeless romantic. She is 35, has been pretty much the opposite, being very emotionally unavailable, further solidifying my abandonment issues. And I would say a year or two ago, I gave up hope on us being lovers and settled for partners. Adding that, we had been having conversations for years about potentially having a poly relationship. So, about 6 months ago, I was not looking for anyone, I promise. My AP was brought to me by fate, I thought. I thought this was the lady meant to be in our poly relationship. But I was terrified to tell my wife, as we never totally decided on the poly thing. During the meantime of me trying to figure out what I was going to do, me and the AP instantly fell hard for each other. We never met physically, but it was an emotional affair. I finally worked up the courage to tell my wife who I thought this lady would be, and it didn't go well. Fast forward a few weeks, we're in marriage counseling. I'm working on personal counseling, as she is, and I've got a stack of self-help books in my Amazon cart waiting for money. We're both feeling completely broken and betrayed. All of our personal issues have surfaced with a vengeance. But despite that, things are going very well. She says the situation has been like a board to the side of her head. That she realizes she has had a great deal of desire for me, but hid it away in fear. That she's left me alone for 11 years. So I'm being flooded with affection and pictures and GIFs and memes, and I love it, but I don't feel much from it. And I hate that. I finally have what I've been looking for over a decade, and I don't feel anything. I don't know if it's because I gave up on being lovers, so I don't know how to process it. I don't know if it's from depression. I don't know if it's from gabapentin I'm taking for nerve damage. I don't know if it's because I'm missing the AP or if it's because I'm holding resentment towards my wife because of the lack of mental and physical love for so long, combined with finding out in our arguments that she had a period of thinking she was in love with someone else recently. She says it was a short thing and that she just liked the attention. I haven't pushed too hard to find out more because I don't know if I want to know more. I don't want it to look like I'm shifting the conversation from me to her, etc. But to me, I don't know how being in love could be downplayed so much. If I'm in love, I'm thinking all kinds of things about this person. I don't know if she's in denial or using the wrong language and it was just a crush for a few days or what. But my mind is a mess. I want us to be passionate, but I miss the AP. I know things in healing take time, but I don't have much patience for work like this and I'm ranting. I'm sorry. Any ideas? When does this get better? Therapy is expensive. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for any future cheating stories.